Murshidabad, now a decayed town, was on the heart of eastern India. Its old historical heritage is buried under the debris of palaces, temples, mosques, and other monuments which bear the testimony of its past glory. It became the center of administration and politics during the past centuries when the Nawab was Muhammad Hadi Kartalab Khan, afterwards known as Murshid Quli Khan. Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb had shifted the office of the Diwan from Dhaka Jahangirnagar to Maqsudabad in 1701 AD, appointing Murshid Quli Khan its Diwan. But, according to the famous traveller Defensler, this town was founded during the reign of Emperor Akbar, and still there exists a moja known as Akbarpur, towards a little northwest of the present town. During the period of Akbar, Sayyid Khan was the governor of Bengal in 1594 AD, whose brother Mausam Khan, a merchant and noble who had built sarais, means rest house or inn, and granaries on the eastern bank of the river Bhagirathi. Even in the first quarter of the 17th century, it became an important center of silk trade throughout India when the capital of Bengal was shifted from Rajmahal or Akbarnagar to Jahangirnagar or Dhaka during the governorship of Shaista Khan. Maqsudabad became the residence of Receiver General, and thus the fate of this place started to shine. European traveller Travener, who visited this town in 1666 AD, had described it as a large town. Gradually, it earned fame and minting was also done. Evidence of this coin minting that carries mark of Maqsudabad bearing the date 1679 AD is preserved in Lahore Museum. By the first half of the 17th century, Maqsudabad also became a famous trade center of India in its adjoining places like Bhagwan Gola, Koshim Bazar and Jahangirpur that were the important market for both Indian and foreign traders. There was a port called Pachotra Port in Bhagwan Gola that was mainly a grain port. The second half of 17th century had witnessed the establishment of many European factories at Maqsudabad. In the year 1652-1653, Edward Stephen was sent by the East India Company from Hooghly to establish a silk factory at Koshim Bazar, and John Kane was appointed as the chief of the factory. The silk product of this factory was exported to Asia and Europe. Besides this, the Dutch and French had also established their factories respectively at Kalikapur and Forashdanga near Kosim Bazar. There was innumerable silk vendors and expert workmen in Murshidabad. Hence, Maqsudabad flourished well along before the arrival of Kartalab Khan. But no doubt, its glory and fame reached its highest peak in the 18th century, and Kartalab Khan transferred the revenue office of Bengal from Dhaka to Maqsudabad. Emperor Aurangzeb was much pleased with the remittance of the due revenue from Bengal by Kartalab Khan and honored him with the title of Murshid Quli, and in 1704 AD, Murshid Quli Khan renamed this place as Murshidabad after his title. From this period, a well-established history of Murshidabad started, and soon it became a cosmopolitan city. It became so famous that Prince Farooq Shir came to Murshidabad and stayed at Lal Bagh for a few years during the early administration of Murshid Quli Khan. Markets for luxurious items were established for aristocrats at Urdu Bazar. Rajas, Jamindars and high officials of the Subah were summoned once in a year by Nawab Murshid Quli Khan for submitting the revenue in the month of Baishakh of Bengali year. As a result, people from different areas and various skills were put to use together here. Thus, this became the nucleus of Eastern India. The pages of history speak that this place was the center of India and foreign traders and merchants. Many Sufi saints and scholars came to Murshidabad before 18th century. Their language, cultures and customs were different. They fraternized freely with the local people, and the outcome of their fraternization resulted in a new composite culture. Hence, the culture of this city was further enriched by the Mughal culture, and by the mid of 18th century, Murshidabad became one of the greatest centers for the culture and education in India. In fact, the Nawabs, Rajas, and Jamindars contributed wholeheartedly for the development of this new composite culture, and this was a Hindu Muslim mixed culture which still processed in some old families of this decade old historic town. When we delved into the pages of the history, we find the Nawabs, Rajas, and Jamindars participated in each other's functions sportingly. Nawab Nawajish Muhammad Khan, Nawab Sirajuddaula, Nawab Mirzafar Ali Khan used to participate in holy festival and with their Hindu courtiers and subjects. On such occasions, they used to feed and give charity to the poor of the city. Similarly, many Hindus also used to observe and participate in Muslim festivals such as Eid and Bera, as well as they mourned during Muharram. Many Nawabs and Rajas had extended financial help to the shrine of different religions, and as they were above the religious fanaticism, we can recall that in the Battle of Plassey, Siraj-ud-Dawla was supported by his Hindu officers, namely Mohanlal and Mirbadan, while Mir Safar was supported by Rai Dullab Ram, Omi Chand, Jagat Seth. Hence, there was no place of religious sentiment, and this is an admitted fact that the Nawabs and their courtiers had helped in hoisting the flag of national integration and communal harmony and had cultivated brotherhood among the people. But the gradual decline of its glory and culture started just after the shifting of court from Murshidabad to Calcutta in 1772 when by Warren Hastings. Many talented personalities left Murshidabad for better prospects. The present decayed town have many old memories laid under the debris of many memorable moments of past Nawabs and Rajas. Old monuments still exist in every dilapidated condition. The once glorious city of Murshidabad is now in ruins. Scattered throughout the city are the ruins of the old palaces, temples, and mosques. Even today, the sound of horses' footsteps inside the fort reminds us of those old days. But it's our misfortune that we will never get to witness the grandeur and royalty. Though it is very pleasing to know that the government of West Bengal is now keen to develop this historic town into full-fledged tourist spot. This will surely attract millions of tourists every year, and thus it will help in the improvement of this town.